Assalamu Alaikum everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Investor Academy. In today's video I would like to show you something called dividend growth investing. This is a strategy that I'm currently following. I'm gonna try to share it with you, inshallah. Okay, so a dividend is a payout of a portion of a company's profit, okay, to eligible stockholders, typically issued by a publicly traded company. What this means is every time you buy a share in a company, like for example Apple, this is what they will give you. So they will pay you this much for every single stock that you own, and quarterly this is what they will pay you. So it's really important to remember that's quarterly. So this is not what you will get for every single share every single quarter. This is basically overall the annual payout that you will get is this, and then the amount you will get quarterly basically fluctuates. It depends on and how much you gain in here. Now we'll come back to the other metrics in a second. So if we go back here, okay, I'm going to share with you why I started doing this and the benefits, for example. Okay, so invest in great companies who basically increase their dividend. What that means is you are investing your hard-earned money, and what you want to do is get some sort of income, okay, while you sleep. You don't want to the reason I invest in the stock market in the first place is to make money, and the reason that I'm investing in dividend paying companies is so I can get paid. So inshallah, in the next few years and years to come, inshallah, I'm gonna put my own money and then expect some sort of a dividend from these companies. Obviously, the more shares you own, the more dividend you will get from these companies, and so on. So at the moment, my dividend, what I'm getting at the moment is about this much. So since I started in May, basically I've been paid over £160. Okay, again, if you think about it, I'm only starting now. I haven't put a lot of money, so I've got about £20,000. But I'm assuming, according to the matrix, according to my calculations here, which is basically a spreadsheet that I've created myself, I would be doubling this next year. But obviously, if I add more money and buying these companies that pay really good dividend and grow their dividend, I would be expecting possibly about 500 or more every single year. So let's go back here. So invest in great companies who increases their dividend. Really, really important. Okay, when we say great companies, we're talking about the Apples, the Microsofts, okay, the J&Js. The reason for that is if you look at for example, J&J, they've been paying their dividend, basically growing their dividend, for 58 years. If you look at the payout ratio, okay, they're spending about 50% of their income, profit, okay, to pay you dividend. Microsoft, for example, only spends about 33%. So they've got a lot of money. They grow it about 10% every single year, and they've been doing this for 17 years. They're not going to cut that anytime soon. Let's look at Apple. They only spend about 20% of their profit because they are growth company. So they will be putting a lot more money back into the company and trying to grow the company. But they're still almost 10% growth for the last 5 years. And they've basically been doing this for the last 9 years. Again, this is what you want. You want great companies that pay really good dividend, and they're not going to cut it anytime soon. Hold on to positions for a long period of time. Again, that's really important. The longer you hold it, the more you get dividend wise. And if you reinvest that money, okay, that money will also increase. So that's what's called the compounding effect. Okay, so the more money you earn from these companies, again, reinvest in that dividend into either the same company or a different company, it doesn't matter, but it will start to grow. Diversify across different industries and sectors, really important, because for example, there's something that happens and the tech companies no longer pay their dividend because the tech completely goes out business, for example, then you've got a list. If you've got healthcare, then you've got companies like Johnson & Johnson that still pay you. Okay, so that is again something really important to pay attention to. Make sure the dividend growth is being financed by a high level of real underlying profit, not debt. Now let's have a look at the profits. This company, because they only spend about 33% of their profit, that means they still have a lot more money in the bank to pay. You will see some companies, especially utilities, which I don't invest in because they actually deal with a lot of debt. Okay, you will see they spend over 100%. Sometimes they actually take a loan to finance their dividend, which is not great, which is not what you should be investing in those kind of companies. And then own a collection of stocks from different countries. Again, the reason for that is if, for example, owning one is a collection of stocks from different countries, so that you basically collect dividends in a multiple currencies to reduce reliance upon in a single government or single country, if you like. Okay, so again, it's really important when you're doing this to look into all of these things. Pay attention to these things. Okay, now the final thing I'm going to mention is the dividend paying companies which are called value stocks against growth stocks. Now, some people will argue, why would I want to invest in PepsiCo, for example, the company that sells Pepsi, instead of basically investing in Tesla? Well, there's nothing wrong with investing in Tesla. And if you invested in Tesla in the last basically year or so, you've probably made a lot of money, which is absolutely great. Okay, but these companies are very speculative. Okay, what that means is their stocks are very volatile, so they can go up and down very, very quickly. These companies, now this year, if you look at Tesla, it's grown 743%. PepsiCo, which pays great dividend, really good company, very good product, well known, it's been around for hundreds of years. Okay, only done about 9%, 11% for Procter & Gamble, -2%, which is Kimberly-Clark. Johnson & Johnson about 8%. You can see AMD, you've got 99%. Okay, PayPal, Nvidia, Etsy, all of these companies are tech companies. Okay, obviously tech companies grow a lot faster than this sort of consumer staples companies. But it's also important to remember when you invest in your money, okay, if you like the value side of things, okay, perfect, go for that. Go for you basically getting a good dividend and so, which is perfect. But also there's nothing that's going to stop you investing in growth companies, but at the same time you have to think about the risk that you actually putting yourself through. Okay, I know if I invested in these companies, I can sleep well at night and don't have to worry about them, and I know I will be getting paid every single quarter. Whereas these companies, I will have to keep checking the stock market. I have to keep checking the news of what's going on. Okay, the reason for that is because they're very speculative. Something happens, Tesla, Elon Musk says something crazy on Twitter, the stock market, basically the stock goes down by 10%. Something else happens, it goes up by 20%. So it's very speculative. So when you're thinking about long-term investment, remember what we talked about earlier. So hold the positions for a long period of time. If that's what you want to do, you want to sleep well at night and you don't have to worry about these things. Okay, sometimes you don't want to even look at your account every single day. You want to invest in great companies that pay you really good dividend and just leave that basically account and let it grow. Okay, let it compound, add to it, dollar average, whatever you need to do, but that's what you need to do. Okay, but again, there's nothing wrong with investing in growth stocks, but there are risks involved. Okay, and I do own some of these stocks. Okay, and it's really important that you have to think about what you're putting. So the money that I'm putting into Tesla or whatever, I know if something happens tonight, I'm gonna forget that money. Okay, but you can't put your entire investment on just these kind of growth stocks, which is great. Okay, you're gonna make very quick money, but you can also lose money very quickly. So the thing I like about the value stocks is, even though they don't appreciate that much as the growth companies, they still go up about 10%, 9% every single year. Okay, unless something happens to the company or the earnings is not great, whatever. Okay, again, it's easier to sleep at night not owning these companies than owning the basic growth stocks. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Okay, comment, let me know what you think, let me know what your strategies are. Okay, so let me know what you think generally overall so far in basically what I've been posting. If you like it, please subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Assalamu Alaikum, bye bye.